On the 1st of September 2006, Roblox was released in what the company believed to be an unfinished state to garner feedback on features like animations. There was no Robux, accessories, or even multiplayer game servers yet, and Roblox had been in development for a little under 3 years at that point. Ever since, Roblox has had a snowball effect-like development, with new features being added and changes constantly being made since its initial prototype stage. On multiple occasions, features and additions have been removed or completely changed years, months, or even mere hours after they were added. In this video, we're taking a deep dive into the vast ocean of cut content and scrapped features from Roblox's development. I could make a 10-hour documentary about everything that went removed or unused during Roblox's development, because there has been so much, so I'll only be talking about the most interesting ones that you likely haven't heard about. For some quick backstory, in 2005, Roblox looked and functioned completely differently, even in comparisons to versions of Roblox from just a year later when they were much closer to release. At the time, there were only 150 players, mostly David Baszucki and Eric Castle's friends and family, and Roblox was mostly focused on collecting points by completing minigames made by other users. Contrary to popular belief, there were no player models or characters, and games were played in a sort of free cam mode, by controlling vehicles and parts of the map. There's not much left from this era of Roblox's development. No real footage or clients from the time, only a handful of website archives from a short public testing period, some pictures from a patent from May 2005, some screenshots of minigames taken by Morgan Maguire, and a variety of models made by the admins from mid-2004 to early 2005. Until 2010, the Roblox client had tons of unused leftover assets from 2005 and 2006. Most of these have the exact dates they were created stored in the data of the files, so we can use those to further estimate what they were used for. First, we have a bunch of icons for camera controls, all created on February 3rd and 4th, 2005. They all have yellow and blue variants for when they were pressed or the cursor was directly over it. Some early players may remember that at one point, Roblox used to have these 4 icons in the corner for controlling the camera. They were unnecessary and inconvenient to use because players could use the same mouse they were clicking these buttons with to pan and zoom the camera in a more conventional manner. These were silently removed at the start of 2013. At one point in 2005, the arrows, center button, and 2 of the small circular icons were used in one small panel in the bottom right. This is while the game was still in a free cam mode instead of the third and first person that we have today. There's a set of icons for a long gone feature called cards, all created in 2004. Cards were like descriptions attached to models that would appear in the properties tab of Roblox Studio to tell the player what the model was meant for. The screenshots from a May 2005 patent that I mentioned earlier are incredibly useful, as they show us a lot about Roblox's earliest stage of development, which is a rather mysterious part of Roblox's history otherwise. The patent includes a slideshow of screenshots of the Roblox client, serving as a tutorial on how to construct a basic vehicle. Firstly, the HUD is completely different. All the icons are set within gray circles with drop shadows. All of the icons shown on screen were left inside the Roblox client until 2010, but were removed to cut unnecessary bloat from the client. Also notice that in these screenshots, the cursor most often associated with old Roblox was not being used. Instead, it's a much smaller cursor with a different shape and a light blue tint that was overlaid on top of the images using PowerPoint. As far as I know, Roblox didn't have a custom cursor until way later in 2005. There's 2 128 by 128 pixel placeholder textures inside the Roblox client called Test Texture and Test 2 Texture respectively, which are often rumored to be from 1998. This is completely false, and there's nothing that backs this statement up. They have no original creation date metadata attached to them, but it's still likely these are the oldest textures in the folder. Similar to the rumor behind a coconut image holding up the entire backbone of Team Fortress 2, some versions of Roblox from mid-2007 do not open if johntext.png, a leftover from a scrapped Roblox character prototype by Shedletsky that went horribly wrong, is missing. Weirdly enough, this texture is not only unused, but this error doesn't occur with any other texture. The last 4 textures I want to mention are firewand.png, snowflake.png, detonator.png, and gun.png. None of these were used anywhere publicly to my knowledge. The firewand and snowflake were both made in 2006, 2 months apart, which supports the theory that these were used for games that Shedletsky was working on. Back then, there was no way to upload textures to the Roblox website properly. Instead, games used images encoded in base64 stored inside of place files. These made place files way larger than they needed to be, so this this feature was removed in 2008 and replaced by decals. As a result, back in late 2006, Shedletsky would put textures he was planning to use inside of the client, instead of the base 64 system or trying to grab the texture from the website. If you look inside the files for old versions of Roblox from before 2010, the textures folder will include random icons used for weapons in classic maps like Haunted Mansion, Rocket Arena, Sword Fight on the Heights, Santa's Winter Stronghold, and more. All of these games were created by Shedletsky between October 2006 and April 2007. As a result, I believe Firewand was from a scrapped project that never saw the light of day, and because Snowflake happened to be created in mid-December 2006, I believe that texture was for a scrapped feature in Santa's Winter Stronghold, the Christmas-themed map that they released that winter for an event. Even further proving this theory, Shedletsky wrote a few forum posts about the development of the map, stating that he wanted to release a new client update by the end of the week. This post was made on a Monday, and the Snowflake texture was added to the Roblox client the next Friday after the post, and it took another week or so for Shedletsky to finish the game, so it's likely this Snowflake was from a scrapped weapon or idea. The last two, the detonator and the gun, are pretty mysterious. The gun was possibly a failed experiment. The gun cursor and gun weight cursor attached to this image are still in use today, surprisingly enough. The gun image was last modified on the 22nd of September 2005, at the exact same time, down to the second, as the slingshot, grab tool, cursor, and multiple other icons, including the detonator, meaning these icons were likely made sometime before, and they were all updated in bulk or added to the game at once. The purpose of the detonator is unclear, though it's possible it was a later version of the reset game button from earlier, used for clearing all of the progress on a minigame. This is just speculation, however. Over the years, a large amount of official, not including UGC, accessories have been scrapped before they ever made it to the catalog. For this chapter, I'll only be focusing on the most interesting or the least documented examples. On May 21st, 2010, the Roblox staff account uploaded 13 different unfinished numbered bundles called AK Test. These are completely undocumented online, even on the Roblox fandom wiki, which already has an extensive list of cancelled items. This was a week after they released Robloxian 2.0. In August 2010, Roblox staff uploaded tons of GUI concept art, only some of which made it to the final game. It's much blander than the final revisions. 3 years later, they uploaded art from an unfinished help menu of sorts, which didn't match the current style of Roblox at the time at all. 20 times between July 2007 and January 2012, admins Shedletsky and Clockwork mistakenly uploaded place files under the slots of hats or gears, while attempting to upload the intended items. The majority of these place files were small, messy testing places with hats scattered around, some of the later ones being unused. The final time this happened, in January 2012, Shedletsky uploaded a random developer showcase game as a hat. I'm not sure how this happened, and it's unclear who built the place. Twice in 2011 and 2012, the Roblox account had duplicates of glitched places show up on its account. One is a random starter place called Fiona the Fox Girl's Place, and the other is a testing place called Asov Technology, created by the user Tennel. Weirdly enough, both places appear on their original creators' accounts, though both games are private. The second game has a description that reads as follows: "If you are only 20 characters or a Roblox administrator working to fix a glitch on his behest, feel free to contact me via PM or at Roblox Tennel on Twitter." Even though the second game is closed, an RBXL copy is in circulation, and it doesn't seem to be anything special, just an average testing place. While preparing for the 2012 GIF Explosion event, an admin accidentally uploaded one of the GIF textures as an HTML asset. There's nothing special about the file itself. This was strangely common too. Less than a year later, an admin accidentally uploaded a sound effect called Skunk Sound Maybe under the category of an image asset. Here's what it sounds like. On August 22nd, 2013, Roblox uploaded tons of scraps from an unfinished, unreleased face called Anime Face in different capitalizations. These look like the cutaways in the Wyoming incident video. 5 days later, they released 4 variations of a nerd face called Poindexter that never saw the light of day. In some versions of the official game Welcome to Roblox Building from early 2011, the developers left a print statement that said "suck a duck" when there was somehow no base plate in a player's building area, which only would have ever happened as the result of a glitch or an exploiter. When the Psychokinesis glove gear was published in 2012, the original version had a print statement in one of its scripts that said dropping shit. It's unknown what developer left this comment. And that was part 1 of the unused and cut content of Roblox. Sometime next month, I'll be releasing a part 2 to this video talking about cut features from the late 2000s. If you enjoyed, do things you do after finishing a video you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.